This is Suna Senman reading A Course of Love in the fourth reading now. A Course of Love, which is brought to you by Marie Perron. She received this just as Helen Schumann received A Course of Miracles 30 years earlier. And we will continue with the last paragraph from the fourth reading and on to the rest here. Your good intentions neither please nor displease God. God simply waits for your return to heaven, for your acceptance of your birthright, for you to be who you are. Another failure to accomplish lies at the other end of the spectrum, with a concentration on self that seems to have no end point and no limits to the interest it generates. While forgiveness and the release of guilt are necessary, and while recognitions of gifts and what leads to joy cannot be done without, they are the point only to the extent of making one ready for a new choice. Prolonged interest in self can be as damaging as the selflessness of those intent on doing good works. Rather than leading to the knowledge of God, prolonged interest in self can further entrench the ego. Seekers are but another category of those who, at the precipice, act as if they have hit a wall rather than come across a bridge. It is precisely the place at which you stopped that you must return to. Those who continue to seek may have left teachings of the Course or of one or another spiritual or religious tradition, only to find another and still another. For those intent on seeking, there is always more to seek, but those who find must stop to realize what they have found and to realize that they seek no more. The Course speaks of patience that is infinite. God is patient, but the world is not. God is patient, for God sees you only as you are. The Christ in you is also still and ever present. But the weakening done your ego by whatever learning you have done has left room for strength, a strength that entered as if by a little hole made in your ego's armor, a strength that grows and grows, impatient with delay. It is not your ego that grows impatient for change, for your ego is highly invested in things remaining the same. It is rather a spirit of compassion that reels at the senselessness of misery and suffering. A spirit that seeks to know what to do, a spirit that does not believe in the answers it has been given. The way to overcome the dualism that threatens even the most astute of learners is through the Christ in you, through the one who knows what it is to be God's child, and also to walk the earth as child of man. This is not your helper, as the Holy Spirit is, but your identity. While the Holy Spirit was properly called upon to change your perception and show you the false from the true, your recognition of the Christ in you is proper in this time of identification of your undivided self. The way to overcome the dualism that threatens even the most astute of learners is through the Christ in you, through the one who knows what it is to be God's child, and also to walk the earth as God, as a child of man. This is not your helper, as the Holy Spirit is, but your identity. While the Holy Spirit was properly called upon to change your perception and show you the false from the true, your recognition of the Christ in you is proper at this time of identification of your undivided self. I offer you this reading and these workbooks with love, A Course of Love. Enjoy today with blessings, blessings, blessings.